Good evening, everyone. We're going to go ahead and start our council meeting tonight for Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Spieth.
Here.
Wyatt.
Here.
Jacobczak. Here. Paulson. Here. Wilson.
Here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I need a motion to approve the minutes from March 3rd, 2026 council meeting.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Spieth to approve the March 3rd, 2026 council meeting minutes as prepared and put them on file. Spieth.
Yes.
Wyatt.
Yes.
Jacobczak.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
In my report this evening, I have a few things. The first, we have several people within the village that have passed recently. And instead of just saying condolences to the family, I think I'd like to start by saying a little something about each one. And I'll try and continue this throughout the year. The first would be Ray Marinowski of Alexander Road, who was a self-made man of many talents. He was an Army veteran with a strong work ethic. He became a sheet metal worker who enjoyed baking raisin bread. He built his own home on Old Alexander in the 1960s, and it's still owned by the family. Ray was a family man through and through. We offer condolences to the Marinowski family. Second is Mary Ann Drobnik, who was a longtime resident of Schreiber Road. She had a very interesting life. She was a longtime public servant, spending 12 years on the Cuyahoga Heights School Board and 20 years as a council person for Valley View. She enjoyed volunteering and driving seniors to various functions. She loved her children and grandchildren dearly, and we offer condolences to the Drobnik family also. James Mecklenburg Jr. He was a longtime resident of Charles Drive. Valley View Fire Department hired him to work as a part-time firefighter in October of 2001. He transitioned to full-time in June of 2006, where he remained until he was hired as the fire chief for the city of Seven Hills. We offer condolences to Kelly, who's Jamie's wife, and his children, Jimmy and Sophia. Secondly, I recently had a meeting with the National Park in regards to many different topics, of which I'm just going to highlight several. There's been a lot of talk over the last several years about the amount of vegetation growing on each side of the canal, and they had informed us they have plans to clear both sides of the canal this fall of all woody vegetation. They will keep the root systems in place to help with erosion, but both sides should be cleared by the end of the year. That'll be from Sagamore Road to Rockside Road. Several properties were brought up about the dilapidated look of the properties and what was going on with the houses that are on those properties. There is a house directly across from the visitor center. It is slated for demolition later on this year. And there's a house on Canal Road just north of Alexander, which is slated for demolition in 2027. So we're also discussing other properties that need quite a bit of maintenance, and we need them to come into comply with village ordinances. They're open to it, but they also are on a budget. So we will continue to work with them on those properties. We're also working with them, not only national parks, but the metro parks, in regards to putting in pedestrian bridges in several places throughout the village. Right now, tonight we'll be voting on an approval for Summit County Metro Parks and the National Park to put in a walk bridge just south of Sagamore Road. And we are going to try and maintain cohesiveness with the other bridges that we're going to be putting in at Tinkers Creek and at Stone Road with the bridge design and parking areas for people so that it's a better access, better connectivity to the national park. So, and we also decided with the national park that we need to maintain a better communication between us and the national park. So we've decided to have more than one meeting every 2 years. We're going to do a meeting in the spring and another one in the fall. Check the progress we've made, things we need to do for the future looking ahead to the next year. So thank you for that. And I'll now open it up to the audience for questions and comments. Did we have anybody that signed in? Sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Zek?
I just have a couple questions. I don't need answers tonight, but the first one is, how do residents find out about board and committee openings? I know there have been several qualified residents who have expressed interest in serving on planning board or rec board, but have never been given an opportunity. The same members keep getting appointed year after year. How do new people get a seat at the table?
The way it's worked as far as I've been here is if I felt someone was doing a good job previously, I would retain them or ask them if they wanted to retain as a representative. When there is an opening, I've had people in the past call me long before the opening comes up, express their interest. I put their name on a list, which I keep when that opening does come up. I'm the only one that I can really think of is when we appointed past Mayor Jerry Piasecki to the planning board, and he had such knowledge with the planning board itself that I was glad to have him on the board.
Fair enough. Let me see here. I got a couple more. Can the village provide a list of grants and loans, outside funding applied for, received or denied since 2000, broken down by projects, by department projects? We're wondering if there's a miscommunication between some of the opportunities or missed opportunities, that there is more funding available to our small village that we're missing out on. And is there a key person to talk to about them? Also, is there, you started an economic development committee, you wanted to, and I don't know if that ever got kicked off.
We've had an economic development committee in place for years,
Okay,
yes. Doesn't meet monthly, it meets on an as-needed basis,
as needed basis?
yes.
Okay. And as village members who sit on boards paid additionally compensation for those meetings, and if so, under what authority or policy?
They are, and it's by ordinance.
Okay. And what are the attendance expectations to receive full pay or stipends of board committee work, and how repeated absences are handled if on a committee, not in a forum, if there's a repeated absence, let's say more than a couple times a year, how is that handled?
As of right now, I don't think there's anything in the ordinance that speaks to that for a number of absences.
Okay.
I can do a little bit more research, but I don't,
All right.
I would have to see if anybody's really been absent that much.
Fair
Where-
enough.
where-
And I want to say publicly, thank you for responding about the storm damage and stuff. And they did address those issues that we discussed.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you.
Can I add, Mike, the other thing too is a lot of things do happen outside of those public meetings, like paperwork, you know what I'm saying? We do go over there are a lot of things that if we're not going to be at a meeting,
Yes.
we do a really good job of relaying to whoever's in charge of, well, I know with our committees, but with the mayor of letting him know where we stand on something, or working with the engineer if we're on planning board, if somebody happens to not be at those meetings, so. I mean,
Just a little, some people have brought up that there's a lack of transparency between committees, and it's a lot of boilerplate issues. Like, when the committee's at the end of this meeting tonight, is there anything else? And they go down the line and there's nothing brought forward from the month before.
So you mean the council
The
meetings?
council meetings or any of the.
Oh, I'm sorry, the council committees. And those are kind of, I would say, like a PRN thing too.
Okay.
Like, like some of them meet 5 times a year, some of them might meet 2 times a year. If we're on the rec committee, they meet once a month. And we are council kind of representatives of that committee. We don't vote on that committee. So we do a lot of, we might, as like the council members, like on rec board, we we might not be at those meetings, but we talk to Todd Vonville, you know, we talk to the rec board committee members and bring that back to here. So, that might answer yourself. We do a lot of, it does seem like if somebody attends a council meeting, that there's a lot of yes, yes, no, no, or we all say yeses. That's because we do a lot of talking to the mayor or, you know, Dave or Todd outside of here so that we know, or if there's something that there's more than one reading, you know, it's because we have things that we wanna make sure people, or make sure that our voices or that the residents' voices are heard on those things too, as well.
With that being said, how you just described it, how do the residents know exactly what you guys are doing then? When it's just a vote and it's not explained exactly what's going into that vote?
I would have to say by speaking to us directly is probably the best, which probably doesn't sound like the best answer. But a lot of that is, by being here like you always are, you know, and, you know, I know we have a lot of people in front of us right now, but, and, you know, asking those direct questions to us, you know, and us knowing that those are the questions that you have. You know, all of us have emails, we have cell phone numbers, and we are, you know, there's times I'll go to somebody's house and they're like, well, you're the third person here, so, you know, or they might ask us to show up together, so they don't have to tell us something 5 times. But, you know, I would say we're all pretty, that's my favorite part of the job, honestly. So, you know, sitting here is pretty boring, you know, but going out and talking to people and making sure we're helping them is the fun part.
That's what's great about this small village and this community. It's nice that it's small and we can talk and, you know, brainstorm between all of us.
And I think another thing that, I'm sorry, Mayor, for taking up the time, but I think another thing that is hard sometimes is somebody might come to us with an issue or a concern, and if we go out and start talking to other people, maybe on that street, or they have children the same age, or something that's going on maybe in Strathmore that I'm not aware of because I live on Stone, right? Maybe it's not that big of a concern, and the person who brought it up, it's a personal thing. So it's easier for us to go out and talk to people, and we do prefer that. I think we do prefer that personal thing rather than an anonymous person on a social media account, because we are voted here to represent you. So, but unfortunately, fortunately, there's more than one you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't make everybody.
Yes.
It's hard because we have to say no sometimes, and that's hard because we don't want to. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, Mayor. Thank you.
Gary Brooks of Brockway.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council.
Evening.
My name is James Brooks. This is my father, Gary Brooks. We are looking to purchase the property located at 5989 Canal Road, which is the former Champs and Gents building. We're looking to put a high-end, beautiful sports bar specializing in prime steaks and seafood. The name's going to be called Prime Time, but time being spelled T-H-Y-M-E, actually. It's going to be a great environment. We think we would be a considerable asset coming to your community. We are seeking approval to Trex in a liquor permit from out of the city, since there are no current available permits to be purchased from the states.
When you say Trex, you mean purchasing from another community who
That-
hasn't
that's
opened?
correct. Any available license, essentially within the state of Ohio, that would be available to purchase.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just
Oh, no.
wanted the
no, no.
explanation
I'm
of
open to
Trex out
questions
there
if
for
anyone
those who wouldn't know.
has any further questions, but essentially, in order for us to operate at this type of venue, we would need to Trex in a permit.
Okay.
What happened to the one that was currently there with
You
James?
know, I'm not sure. The realtor that told us, they said that he believes something happened during COVID, and it's been empty since. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it has been vacant for some time.
You mean the license
The
shop?
license?
I think it went to a different business in the village.
That new Italian
Oh,
restaurant.
Caps, I think it might went to
Could've went
Caps.
there.
I went to Caps.
Okay. We're gonna have that discussion shortly after we're done through our ordinance part. We're gonna be discussing the Trex permit, the
Okay.
application.
I
okay?
just have one question. You said it was a purchase, is it a purchase or a lease?
We're looking to purchase the entire building.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And lease the space
No, we're buying the building.
and the space.
Yeah, we're buying the whole entity.
Okay, and why, that it sits on is what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Okay.
originally, it was actually listed as one parcel, which consisted of the barbecue place as well as that wing place. But now all parcels have been identified as their own.
Okay.
And that actually just recently happened, from my understanding.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Nicole Golombuski?
Because then they don't have to increase.
Hi.
Thanks for not slaughtering the name.
You can step up if you'd like to, whatever works for you. Okay?
Hey, council, Nicole Golombesky, and I purchased a property on Hathaway Road in end of September 24. And I am actually here to express my opposition to this connection trail up to Valley Woods.
Okay.
We'll start with facts. There was no disclosure at all to my realtor, to the seller's realtor, as to possible intentions. What was conveyed to me was that the city owned this little sliver of land so that they could have access to a gas well that is capped up on the hill behind the property. That is the only thing that I was told. What really sparked me coming here is I've had 3 visits from surveyors. First time was in June at 7 a.m. 2 men walking around in the back of my property. Heads up would have been nice. Basically, I said, "Can I help you?" And they said, "Yeah, we're working for the city. We're looking at, we're going to survey the land to see what it would take to do this trail." And I'm like, okay. They're just looking. They're just looking to see what it would take. Then they showed up another week later. I'm like, I thought you guys did this. They said, "Oh, we weren't done." And I was like, okay. Everybody's got, when you're planning, you gotta find the facts, you gotta look at what your options are, what your non-options are, and I didn't think anything of it. And then, in the dead of winter, when we had that crazy freezing cold, they show up again. So that is what prompted me to call your office regarding, I said, "I thought you guys did this." And they said, "Well, we wouldn't be here if they weren't serious." So now I'm here to express that I disagree with the follow-through, the planning of this project. I think there's other options. Also, on a fact level, it's been confirmed by 3 different people that the numbers on the county auditor plat information, there's discrepancy. One says that you've got 25 more feet distance in width next to my property. So, most importantly, that was confirmed by a planning engineer at the Cleveland Metro Parks. So, those are the absolute facts. I'm here to express serious concern about the environmental impact of what that connected trail could do. I think that it's not just environmental, it's wildlife, erosion control. When you start cutting into a hill, and you start taking down tree structures and root structures that are holding the hill together, I think, personally, I think it's environmentally irresponsible. And I think, I question whether that's actually in line with what the Metro Parks is about. And there's other issues. I don't, because the Recreation Board operates independently, nothing is transparent. I have no documents. I have not had, hey, we're thinking about doing this directly next to your property. And we're not talking about a huge buffer zone between my property and this little sliver of land that the city owns. So, I mean, I have concerns on every level. Environmental, wildlife, future drainage. You know, nobody even asked what I was thinking about possibly doing. I mean, I just don't think that it's, especially with the climate change that we've had. We've had historic storms, we've had historic rain. To cut a trail, you might as well just cut a water sheet and just throw it into my yard. So who's gonna be responsible for my extra drainage issues? And is that gonna wash out my future workshop? Is that gonna, then there's security issues. When you connect a main area to another, this private park that we have, which is fantastic and amazing, by the way. How private is it gonna be anymore? And who's gonna police that? Who is gonna be, what about security? What about, it's one thing, I have a event center directly across from me, which is fine. So there's tons of stuff going on in the summertime and cars parked and, I kind of figure it as free ambient music, because I just hear the thump from across the street, and which is fine, but I just question, I know that there's expansion on Hathaway, and that is gonna be such an adjustment for everybody on the street, just as it is with that, and then you're gonna add, there are so many concerns, but I can't even fully specify those because I have no information. None.
All right, well, I'm glad you're here, Nicole. Just to give you some information, you and I spoke through email, and I told you I would have a meeting with our engineer and the rec director when they got back from vacation.
And I received a message from Todd, thank you very much, at 5:46 today.
That was right after our meeting. That was right after our meeting. So we'd like to take the time and sit down with you,
Okay.
go over, talk about a lot of your concerns, go over what our thoughts are, our plans for the future, and try and address some of your concerns.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you'll set that date up with Todd, and we'll sit down.
Yes, we'll connect.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's it for the audience. We will go ahead and start our ordinances. Ordinance 2026-4-1.
An ordinance to pay certain claims therein mentioned during the month of March 2026.
Questions or comments? Need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Seconded. Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026-4-1 on third and final reading. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yep.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Speed.
Yes.
Need a motion to pass.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Jacobzak to pass. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yep.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Speed.
Yes.
All right, ordinance 2026-4-2.
An ordinance appointing Sean Chamberlain to the position of lieutenant in the Valley View Fire Department.
Any questions or comments from council? Fire chief, do you have a few words you'd like to say about this possible promotion?
Yes. This promotion is excellent for the department. Sean and I actually started together in 1998. We got hired part-timers to kind of snot-nosed kids in the pictures running around somewhere. We have our pagers and everything. We're pretty decked out. Sean, when we gave our promotional exam about a year and a half ago now, Sean really stepped up and absolutely killed it. Ended up scoring #1 overall when everything was put together, and has really stepped up and done a phenomenal job. He's well respected by all the guys. We put him in a position over the last year to basically be the backup to our outgoing lieutenant who's here today. He stepped up, like, I don't know if anybody expected him to do what he did. From, as far as a leadership position without a formal title, it's really the sign of a true leader, when you can step up and lead in a position when you don't have that formal title behind you, and he did. He's just done an exceptional job, and I am so proud tonight that we're getting to make this promotion.
Thank you. I will need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jacobczak, seconded by Spieth, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026 4-2 on third and final reading. Jacobczak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Need a motion to pass.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Paulson to pass. Jacobczak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Now for the good stuff. Sean, would you join me at the flag? Raise your right hand. I, Sean Chamberlain, solemnly swear
I, Sean Chamberlain, solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the resolutions and ordinances
and the resolutions and ordinances
of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
and I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge the duties of lieutenant
discharge the duties of lieutenant
of the Fire Department of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
of the Fire Department of the Village of Valley View, Ohio,
to which I have been appointed.
to which I have been appointed.
Congratulations. Now Sean's bid is over. Who's ever here for Sean to see him get promoted? You all can go and have your party.
Yes. Yes.
You only.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the fire station.
Well deserved.
Sean.
Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations. Now we gotta approve it though.
Oh, yeah, well, fingers crossed, whatever. Well done. Appreciate it.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll come back. Thank you.
I remember when he was the little ball boy when I was in.
Yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
He used to come hang out at my house.
Yeah.
And Mary. And Mary.
I think we're not yells or something. Remember in 11th grade? Somebody died in their customer at Winter's house back in the day. I was having parties, somebody So when we got one at my house, we had to put stickers on it, you know, so my mom was so afraid we were gonna break
People
it.
used to do that, yeah.
All right, moving on. Ordinance 2026-4-3.
An ordinance to accept a bid for the 2026-2027 residential grass cutting program in the village of Valley View, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Questions or comments? Need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Paulson, to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026-4-3 on third and final reading. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Need a motion to pass.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Spieth, seconded by Jacobzak to pass. Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-4-4.
An ordinance amending section 474.12D of the Valley View Codified Ordinances entitled Electric Bicycles.
Any questions or comments from council? I'd like to make a comment just on behalf of myself. It might be wise for council to pass this evening in order so that we are prepared for the season which is coming up. It's actually upon us. So just like that for your consideration. So I will ask for a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Spieth to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026-4-4 on third and final reading. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Need a motion to pass?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Paulson, seconded by Spieth to pass. Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Just like to make a comment, Mayor.
Yes.
This ordinance is, the amendment of this ordinance came from a legislative committee we had on March 19th. And it's just adding to for the safety for electrical bikes. And it's just saying no person under the age of 18 years of age or passenger shall be on a electric bike that does not, they have to wear a helmet.
Thank you.
Just wanted to make sure.
It's a good safety measure. Make sure to work on that. Ordinance 2026-4-5.
An ordinance amending section 1248.01 of the Valley View Codified Ordinances entitled Application.
Questions or comments? I would like to reiterate the same reasoning on this ordinance as I did the last one, that this season is upon us, and it might be worthwhile to try and pass this for your consideration. I will ask for a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Maybe we should wait one meeting on this.
Okay, you want to put it on first reading?
Yeah, first reading.
Can I ask a question about that? So if we pass it in May, when does it go into effect?
June.
30
days.
Beginning of
30 days
June.
after the thing?
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. This ordinance is on first reading. Ordinance 2026-4-6.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Penn Care Inc. to purchase an emergency vehicle for the Valley View Fire Department.
Questions or comments? Chief, would you like to comment on this so that they're aware of the timeline?
So, as you're aware, the equipment purchasing now has become much more of an endeavor than it ever used to be. We're out upwards of 3 years on an order for a new ambulance. We tried to keep on about a 10-year retirement plan for our equipment. We're able to keep our guys take very good care of our equipment. We have 2 in-house mechanics now that work on our stuff, and we do take exceptional care of our equipment. That 10-year mark is still the point where we start to see a significant downturn in functionality, and we really start to run into some cost increases. This truck is, the truck that we're gonna order now is actually we'll be replacing a 2016 ambulance. When we ran into COVID, we got pushed 2 years back on our last replacement, and I didn't wanna stack our equipment too close. We wanna keep it 5 years apart, so this will keep us at the 5-year mark with a tentative delivery date of Q2 2028. With that, along with the purchase, you'll see on the purchase agreement that the chassis price is an estimate, because the chassis that we'll be actually putting on this vehicle is gonna be 2 to 3 years older than the initial order. There is a potential cost increase for that, so we could see a potential cost there. And then the other thing that we will see a cost for, I'm gonna work on a grant for it, is the cot and loading system for the new cot. Because the old cot is now a second generation. It's been remounted in another squad, so it's about 17 years old now. So we'll have that coming down the pike as well.
And this won't be invoiced until 2028,
So will
correct?
not be invoiced until 2028, and our ambulance billing is what pays for capital projects like this. And our ambulance billing has increased significantly with some of our collections, and just our volumes are increasing. You know, our volumes are almost double today what they were when I took over as chief in 2017. So we're seeing that correlate to our income from our insurance billing as well. 2025 brought in roughly about $140,000 in ambulance billing. That was up about $20,000 from the year prior, so we'll see, that'll be easily covered by that cost.
All right, thank you very much.
I got a question, Chief. Just graphics, we keeping the same type of graphics, color, or you
It'll look like
just identical to the old one?
the ambulance is actually a cut and paste of the new red one that's
Okay.
in the building, so it'll be identical. There's one little minor modification the guys made inside the squad for what we call the CPR seat, so it's a seat on the driver's side and the rear, and we just slid that down a little bit so they had some more room. Other than that, there's really nothing.
Thank you. Anyone else?
And we have gone to gasoline engines, 4x4 chassis with gasoline engines. We eliminated all the issues with DEF and all the sensors and all that stuff too, so we no longer have, none of our ambulances are any longer diesel.
Thank you. I'll need a motion to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Speed, seconded by Jacobzak to suspend the rules and place ordinance 2026 4-6 on third and final reading. Speed?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Need a motion to pass.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Wyatt, seconded by Wilson to pass. Speed?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
She got you.
All right, ordinance 2026-4-7.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Chagrin Valley Dispatch to provide for an incentive grant for the village of Valley View.
Questions or comments from council?
First reading, please.
Next, we have up a discussion for the Trex approval for the liquor permit for prime time. Anyone else have any questions or comments for Mr. Brooks in regards to this?
We were
think it's
talking earlier, we thought that that license may have gone to that. Is that Italian restaurant, like winery that they were talking
That
about?
never See, I thought it went to
Could be, I
Caps.
don't know.
I thought,
I
yeah.
know
Oh,
that there's
Caps.
been a couple different ones that have changed hands. I'm not totally sure which one.
Oh, because Canal Towpath too.
And I think, I'm not sure what the liquor permit is necessarily for, the Bank Street, Melbeck wine, because they
Was
make
it
their
just
own
beer and wine,
So
or
I don't know what.
Could be full body. Okay.
That's exciting that Champs is gonna get, that's a.
We are very excited
very
about that,
excited.
yes.
Really excited.
It's just sad to see the building sit
Yes.
empty for everyone's ass. We'll be talking a lot.
All right, so I will ask for a motion to approve the Trex application.
So moved.
Moved by Wilson, seconded by Wyatt to approve the application for the liquor permit for prime time. Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobzak?
Yes.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Speed?
Yes.
All right. We will move on to committee reports. Any committee reports this month?
We had a legislative committee meeting on March 19th, and we went over two issues to amend two ordinances. One was for the e-bike that we just went with the helmets, and the other one was that in the district of country homes that we're putting in the ordinance that you cannot lease a dwelling under 30 days. And that's in ordinance form tonight that we put on first reading.
Okay, thank you. Anything from finance?
No, Mayor.
All right. I did have something, since our interim police chief is not here, he's very ill. I have something I'd like to read that he had sent me. It's in regards to two separate calls that they had within the village. The first was an incident at Cap's Fieldhouse, where an elderly woman had gotten herself entangled into one of the soccer nets somehow. I don't know how it happened. But one of the coaches there is also a police officer in Cuyahoga Falls, and he had wrote a letter, and I'm just gonna highlight a couple things. It was addressed to Sergeant Etter, Officer Glenn Lucor, and Officer Amy Blasco, who he says were absolutely amazing. They took the time to explain everything to the daughter of the grandma, and they made a phone call that she was dreading. They also helped her and her son understand everything that was happening. The care and compassion they showed is a credit to the profession of law enforcement and our police department, and they were deeply appreciated. So thank you for that letter for those officers. And the other one was a mutual aid with Brooklyn Heights. It was written by a Sergeant Kuzern. He states Patrolman Cooney and Patrolman Lucor demonstrated strong officer safety awareness and maintained excellent command presence while dealing with two individuals who had active warrants, including one for a felony warrant. Their professionalism and control of the situation were evident and greatly appreciated. They wanted their appreciation extended to both officers for their efforts and professionalism, and they represented our department exceptionally well. So thank you to those two officers also. Anything from Fire Chief?
Thank you very much for the support and the promotional and the ambulance. It's a lot to take in, and I know it's a big purchase, and some of that stuff is really getting to be exorbitant by any means, so we greatly appreciate the support.
Anything from Service?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Recreation?
Yeah, just an early reminder to council, Memorial Day Parade, May 25th, 11 a.m. We'd love to have all of you there participating if you're available to be there. And we put Lindsay in charge of weather, and she's been on top of it since, so no pressure, Lindsay, but 80 and sunny, please. Thank you.
Anything from Building Commissioner?
Nothing, thank you.
All right. Anything from our engineer? Did you want to talk at all about this?
Yeah, just an additional report for 2 catch basin repairs that we've worked with Service Department harder on trying to pick away the spring and fall list. Obviously, we fall behind on keeping up with the degradation, but the costs keep continuing to go up. So if we can knock these ones out, we've solicited bids from 5 companies, received 2 bids, and it helped Tim start knocking them off his list.
Did you want to talk at all about the Sagamore Connector Trail?
Just high level, I don't know how many people are aware of it, but there's an application in for some additional funding to connect the trail on Sagamore, which is at the south end of the village, to the national park, including the bridge. I submitted the report for you so you can get some awareness on it. They're looking for multiple pots of money to try to build this thing. So I think it's just something to put on your radar so you're aware that it could be coming, but at this point, it's just conceptual and it's application for grant funding.
And this is all Summit County, though.
That is correct. But close enough that, I figured it would have interest to you.
Is that the horse trail?
I'm unfamiliar. Is there something that used to be back there?
Yeah, there's a horse trail off of Sagamore that runs.
I don't think it is.
It's
Part
on
of the Buckeye Trail.
It's on the south side of Sagamore,
Okay.
and maybe it is.
It runs along Sagamore Creek.
I think so,
Yeah.
Chuck. I think
That's the horse trail.
Okay.
Are there any plans to remove that bridge that's across from the Frazee House then, or?
That would be up here more.
No.
They said no.
No?
National Park said no. they need to keep that in place. For whatever reason, I guess it's their bridge.
Who owns that bridge?
We don't maintain it.
We need better access to.
I mean, it's.
Well, you might still,
Great question.
From Fitzwater on the towpath, because there's the bridge there is just small, that goes over little.
Yeah.
oh, that, the aqueduct.
Yeah, so if we would have to do a vehicle capable new bridge or that bridge.
Right.
It's
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Any new business from council?
I wanna address Mike for a second. Were you talking about committee meetings that like the council has, like finance and legislative and roads? Or were you talking about like what committee meetings were you speaking about? If I can I do that? Can I talk to him like that?
That's
the meeting.
Well, just like even here, it's just, the ordinance are, they're not described enough to the public.
Okay.
Without researching further.
So when we are all assigned to committees,
Yes.
okay? And when something comes up that we need to have, or like I chair the roads committee, so I'm in contact with Todd a lot. And so we try to meet like 4 times a year to kind of talk about where we're at with different projects and where we want to see ourselves
And
seasonally.
I think those ordinances are also listed on the website, which gives a further, deeper explanation.
But when we set those meetings, they have to be, 72 hours in advance?
What, the committee meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
So we try to do them like a week, like at least a week out. But if there's an emergency, it cannot be less than 72 hours. And those things are posted in certain places. Online is one of them, the meeting posting, and then we also have it out here, and then we have it at the rec center. So for people that don't come into here and look at this or go to the rec center every day like me, it is online. And our committee meetings are open to the public.
It's a lot of tech savviness that you guys are pushing on to the residents, and some of the elderly residents here aren't as tech savvy.
So the 3 places that it used to be was here, the community center, and like a box, right?
Stone and Canal.
Yeah, there was a box
There
in
was one
Stone
at
and Canal.
Tinkers and
So
Canal.
we took the box from Stone and Canal, and we have it online now. So it's at the same 3 places, it's the same 2 places that it's always been, and then we took it away from like where the bales used to be when we would go get candy, and we put it online. So, and Lindsay does a great job too of making sure that it is there. So it's just a matter of checking it, you know?
And those past newsletters, they used to have, they would describe what each committee does, but those are the ones in the past, if you saved your, newsletters.
From last year.
It explains it.
Can we post the minutes from our committee meetings? I mean, I don't think they're posted currently, are they?
No,
they're
not committee.
kept at the clerk's office.
Yes.
I mean, to PDF them and just post them online?
I have no problem with that.
As long as people turn them in on time.
Okay. Getting there.
All right,
No problem.
so that basically concludes our council meeting. We're going to adjourn into executive session. What's that? I thought finance did that.
No, we didn't, because it's over 15.
Oh,
Julie,
I mean, I
I think
thought he
Julie
took
wanna
it to
bring up this
finance.
one, the 20.
We didn't approve
You
that.
wanna bring up the catch basin?
Oh, do you want me
Do we
to?
have
Please.
to-
Okay, I'm sorry. Are we gonna go with the first company or the second company? Todd?
The low.
The, okay.
The low is,
I had a question on that for you.
Okay.
How many basins are there?
I think there's like 2 in this one. No, 3. There's 3 total. 3? There's about 7,000 apiece.
All right, Mayor, I have something for finance. Yeah, so,
All right.
I would like to, make a motion that we hire Carnivale Company in the amount of $24,701.16 to, repair the 3 catch basins that Service Director Harder and Engineer Ciano have identified as needing some help.
I'll second it.
Moved by Jacob Zak, seconded by Spieth, to accept our proposal for the 2026 catch basins. Jacob Zak?
Yes,
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Spieth?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
thank you, Mayor.
All right. Anything further? All right, I need a motion to adjourn into executive session to discuss current police chief exam results, potential
Oh, sorry.
litigation to personnel, and some bid issues.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jacob Zak, seconded by Spieth, to adjourn into executive session to discuss personnel and bids. Potential.
Potential.
Yes, Mary.
Paulson?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Speed?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Jacobs Act?
Yes.
Thank you.